Never eat these foods if you have fatty liver. Fatty liver disease is becoming more common, affecting millions of people worldwide. It's a condition where fat builds up in the liver, and while it's often manageable, making the right food choices can play a huge role in preventing it from getting worse. In this video, we're going to talk about the foods you absolutely need to avoid if you have fatty liver, so you can protect your liver health and avoid complications down the road. Whether you're managing this condition or just want to learn how to take better care of your liver, this information could make a big difference. So let's dive in and explore what you should never eat if you want to keep your liver in good shape. Section 1. Understanding fatty liver disease. Fatty liver disease, also known as hepatic steatosis, occurs when fat builds up in your liver cells. Normally, the liver contains some fat, but when this fat makes up more than 5% of your liver's weight, it can cause problems. There are two main types of fatty liver disease: alcoholic fatty liver disease, AFLD, which is caused by excessive alcohol consumption, and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, which is linked to factors like obesity, diabetes, and poor diet. For many people, fatty liver doesn't cause immediate symptoms, which is why it can go unnoticed for years. However, if left untreated, it can lead to more serious conditions like non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, NASH, which causes inflammation and liver damage. In some cases, fatty liver disease can progress to cirrhosis, where the liver becomes severely scarred and can no longer function properly. Managing fatty liver disease is essential, and one of the most effective ways to prevent it from getting worse is through diet. Certain foods can contribute to fat buildup and inflammation in the liver, making the condition harder to control. So, knowing which foods to avoid can help reduce the risk of complications. Section 2. Foods to avoid with fatty liver disease. When managing fatty liver disease, your diet plays a crucial role in keeping the condition under control and preventing further liver damage. Certain foods can make your liver's job even harder by increasing fat buildup, causing inflammation, or even worsening the damage already done. Let's dive deep into the foods you should definitely avoid if you have fatty liver disease. First, alcohol. Let's start with the most important one: alcohol. Whether it's a glass of wine at dinner or an occasional beer with friends, alcohol is incredibly damaging to your liver when you're dealing with fatty liver disease. Your liver is responsible for metabolizing alcohol, but if your liver is already struggling due to fat buildup, it can't process alcohol efficiently. This can lead to further liver damage, inflammation, and scarring, which accelerates the progression of fatty liver disease. For people with fatty liver, alcohol can increase liver fat accumulation, promote liver cell death, and even push the condition towards cirrhosis, which is irreversible liver damage. While some might think a small amount of alcohol is harmless, it's better to avoid it completely to give your liver the best chance to heal and function properly. Tip: if you have fatty liver disease, the safest option is to eliminate alcohol entirely. This is one of the most important lifestyle changes you can make to protect your liver. 2. Sugary foods and beverages. Next up are sugary foods and drinks. Things like sodas, sweets, pastries, and sugary cereals. These might satisfy your sweet tooth, but they're a nightmare for your liver. When you consume sugar, especially fructose, which is found in high fructose corn syrup, your liver breaks it down, and if it's too much for your liver to handle, it gets converted into fat. This fat accumulates in the liver cells, leading to fatty liver disease. High sugar intake also leads to insulin resistance, where the body doesn't respond properly to insulin. This condition is commonly associated with fatty liver disease and can make it harder for the body to metabolize fat, contributing to further fat buildup in the liver. Moreover, sugary foods and beverages can increase your chances of developing obesity and type 2 diabetes, both of which are risk factors for fatty liver disease. So, what does this mean for your diet? It's time to ditch the soda, sugary coffee drinks, and candy bars. Instead, go for whole fruits, unsweetened beverages, or water. If you need a sweet touch, consider natural alternatives like stevia or monk fruit, but keep it in moderation. Tip: avoid foods with added sugars and check food labels for hidden sugars. Aim for whole, unprocessed foods to keep your sugar intake in check. 3. Fried and fatty foods. Fried foods, fast food, and foods high in unhealthy fats, like trans fats and saturated fats, are another big no-no for anyone with fatty liver disease. These foods not only increase fat buildup in the liver, but also trigger inflammation and oxidative stress. When you eat deep-fried foods like French fries, fried chicken, or chips, your body takes in harmful fats that promote the development of fatty liver and worsen liver inflammation. Trans fats, often found in processed snacks and fast food, are particularly damaging because they increase inflammation in the body and worsen insulin resistance, both of which are associated with fatty liver disease. Saturated fats, found in fatty cuts of meat, full-fat dairy products, and processed meats, can also contribute to fat accumulation in the liver. Tip: instead of fried and fatty foods, choose healthier cooking methods like baking, grilling, or steaming. Opt for healthier fats such as olive oil, avocado, and nuts, but keep portions moderate. 4th, refined carbohydrates, white bread, pasta, rice. Refined carbohydrates, like white bread, pasta, and rice, are among the worst foods for people with fatty liver disease. These foods are processed, which means they've been stripped of fiber and nutrients. When you eat them, they cause a sharp spike in your blood sugar levels. This triggers your body to release insulin, and over time, this can lead to insulin resistance, which is strongly linked to fatty liver disease. When your body becomes insulin resistant, it has trouble breaking down fat, causing more fat to accumulate in the liver. Additionally, these refined carbs quickly break down into glucose in your bloodstream, contributing to fat storage. So, that slice of white bread or bowl of pasta may not be doing your liver any favors. Tip: choose whole grains instead of refined carbs. Brown rice, whole wheat bread, quinoa, and oats are great alternatives that provide more fiber and are much gentler on your liver. 5. Processed meats, sausages, hot dogs, bacon. Processed meats like sausages, hot dogs, bacon, and deli meats are full of unhealthy fats, sodium, and preservatives that can increase the risk of liver damage. These meats are often high in saturated fats, which contribute to fat buildup in the liver. They're also linked to increased inflammation and liver stress, making them particularly harmful for those with fatty liver disease. Moreover, processed meats contain chemicals like nitrates and nitrites, which can be harmful to your liver and may promote oxidative stress, a process that damages liver cells. These meats can also contribute to high blood pressure and cardiovascular disease, which are common in people with fatty liver disease. Tip: instead of processed meats, go for fresh, lean proteins like chicken, turkey, or fish. Plant-based proteins like beans and legumes are also great choices for a liver-friendly diet. 6. High-sodium foods, canned soups, packaged snacks, deli meats. Sodium might not seem like a big deal when it comes to liver health, but excessive salt intake can be harmful. Too much sodium leads to water retention and can increase blood pressure, putting extra strain on the liver. For people with fatty liver disease, the added strain on the liver can worsen the condition over time. Processed foods like canned soups, packaged snacks, and deli meats are often packed with sodium, making them a poor choice for anyone with liver problems. Tip: choose fresh, whole foods over processed options to avoid hidden sodium. When cooking, try using herbs and spices for flavor instead of salt. 7. Artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, saccharin, and sucralose are often marketed as healthier alternatives to sugar. However, they can have negative effects on liver health. Some studies suggest that these sweeteners may disrupt the balance of your gut microbiome, leading to insulin resistance and liver inflammation. They can also trigger cravings for sweet foods, making it harder to avoid sugary foods that harm your liver. Tip: if you need to sweeten your food or drinks, opt for natural alternatives like stevia or monk fruit, which have a minimal impact on insulin levels and liver health. Section 3. The impact of these foods on liver health. You might be wondering, why are these foods so damaging to the liver? Well, let's take a deeper look at how they affect liver function and why avoiding them is so important. When you consume foods high in alcohol, sugar, unhealthy fats, and refined carbs, they don't just sit in your body. They trigger a cascade of reactions that negatively affect the liver. First, many of these foods contribute to an increase in fat within the liver cells. This excess fat buildup can lead to insulin resistance, where the liver and other cells in the body become less responsive to insulin. Insulin resistance is a hallmark of fatty liver disease and can make it harder for the liver to process nutrients and fat properly. Next, consuming these foods increases inflammation in the liver. Inflammation is the body's natural response to injury, but chronic inflammation in the liver can lead to liver cell damage and scarring. Over time, this can progress to more severe conditions, like non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, NASH, which can cause irreversible liver damage and even liver failure if left untreated. Lastly, some of these foods, especially processed meats and trans fats, can lead to oxidative stress. This happens when free radicals in the body damage liver cells, leading to further inflammation and liver damage. The more oxidative stress, the harder it becomes for the liver to repair itself, which can speed up the progression of fatty liver disease. So, when you eat foods that are rich in unhealthy fats, sugar, or salt, you're not just adding extra calories. You're causing the liver to work harder, increasing fat accumulation, and promoting inflammation and oxidative stress, all of which worsen fatty liver disease. Section 4. Tips for a liver-friendly diet. Now that we've covered what to avoid, let's shift gears and talk about what you should be eating to support your liver health. While there's no magic food that can fix fatty liver overnight, adopting a liver-friendly diet can go a long way in managing and even reversing fatty liver disease. 1. Focus on whole, nutrient-dense foods. Eating a diet full of whole, nutrient-rich foods will provide your body with the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants it needs to heal and reduce inflammation. These foods help nourish your liver and support its detoxification process. Choose plenty of colorful fruits and vegetables, which are packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals that help fight inflammation and reduce oxidative stress. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and arugula are especially beneficial for the liver because they help neutralize toxins and support liver detoxification. Berries like blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries are rich in antioxidants, which help reduce inflammation in the liver. Other vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts also promote liver health by supporting detoxification and improving liver function. Tip: aim for at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day to provide your liver with the nutrients it needs. 2. Include healthy fats. Healthy fats like those found in avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil are essential for liver health. While it's important to avoid trans fats and excessive saturated fats, your liver still needs good fats to function properly. Healthy fats help reduce inflammation, support the production of liver cell membranes, and provide energy. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, are particularly beneficial for liver health. These healthy fats can reduce liver fat accumulation, decrease inflammation, and improve insulin sensitivity. If you don't eat fish, consider adding plant-based sources of omega-3s, such as chia seeds, flax seeds, and walnuts, to your diet. Tip: replace cooking oils that are high in saturated fats, like butter or vegetable oil, with heart-healthy olive oil or avocado oil. 3. Choose lean proteins. Lean proteins are a key component of a liver-friendly diet. Protein is essential for building and repairing tissues, including liver cells. However, it's important to choose the right sources of protein, especially when managing fatty liver disease. Opt for lean animal proteins like chicken, turkey, and fish. Fish, particularly those rich in omega-3 fatty acids, not only provide protein but also promote liver health. Plant-based proteins, such as beans, lentils, tofu, and quinoa, are also excellent options. These plant-based proteins are lower in fat and are loaded with fiber, which helps support liver detoxification. Tip: aim to include a variety of protein sources, both animal and plant-based, to ensure you get all the necessary amino acids to support liver function. 4. Drink plenty of water. Hydration is key to liver health. Water helps flush out toxins from the body and keeps the liver functioning properly. Dehydration can make it harder for the liver to process nutrients and eliminate waste, which can contribute to liver damage. Aim to drink at least 8 cups, 64 ounces, of water a day, and more if you're active or live in a hot climate. Tip: you can also hydrate by consuming water-rich foods like cucumbers, watermelon, and oranges, which provide both hydration and valuable nutrients for your liver. Managing fatty liver disease doesn't have to feel overwhelming. By making conscious choices about the foods you eat and those you avoid, you're giving your liver the best chance to heal and function at its best. Remember, your liver is a vital organ that works tirelessly to detoxify your body and process nutrients. Treating it well is essential for overall health. Avoiding alcohol, sugary foods, fried items, and refined carbs is key to preventing further damage and managing fatty liver disease. Instead, focus on nutrient-dense, liver-friendly foods like fruits, vegetables, healthy fats, lean proteins, and plenty of water. A little planning, meal prep, and mindfulness can go a long way in protecting your liver while helping you feel better and more energized. And while dietary changes are crucial, don't forget that lifestyle factors, such as regular exercise and maintaining a healthy weight, are just as important in managing fatty liver disease. It's all about creating a balanced, sustainable routine that supports not just your liver, but your overall well-being. Take it one step at a time. Each small change you make will help your liver recover, function better, and reduce the risk of serious liver conditions down the road. Your liver is counting on you. Give it the love and care it deserves, and it will thank you in the long run.